So, while my co-caster is gone, I suppose we'll talk about the lane. So we actually have, we do have a Vel'Koz mid, which is an interesting non-meta pick. I really
You guys still DC'd?
That looks a bit weird. They're reconnecting, so it'll probably be on pause by the time.
130 MS.
Because we're 3 minutes delayed, so no. Vel'Koz mid isn't actually a very common pick in the current meta.
Are you on the Wi-Fi or the
mainly
internet?
due to his immobileness. He does output a lot of damage, but he needs picture-perfect placement
So what's the
to
plan?
make sure he doesn't get overrun. And when you're looking at a fairly mobile team with Karma due to her speed up on her E, and then the Yasuo dashing,
You gotta
it may
talk to Sammy,
also
she's
be
the older
difficult for him to set up. It was an interesting pick. They must be very confident, especially to run flashing
You guys
nine
happy
instead
to
of
play?
possibly a more defensive synergy. But also you got to remember with the Tahm Kench, even though you can only eat one person,
just
you
let
can
us know.
immediately remove someone from the team fight and protect them.
Oh, awesome. Hi everyone, I'm actually live out here with the teams with my mic. Didn't realize, this is great. Anyone want to speak into the stream right now? No? My bad.
Other than that,
I'm gonna return to the casting desk. Let us know if anything changes.
For their team, Yasuo is running teleport, which is the normal, all the top laners at the moment, just so you can instantly join your team fight and pressure objectives such as Dragon, especially with the buffs to across the board with the Dragon, with the mage update. It's very important and integral to maintain that teleport.
Turns out I am a lot more tired than I thought, as my mic was still on that entire time. I'm smart.
I was talking so intuitively.
The issue for the teams is Big DC is sitting at 130 MS, and they feel that's unfair for them to play on, whereas the other team's only getting 15 MS.
Okay, so they're pausing it until they rectify
They're pausing it until they're happy with the ping, and they're trying to argue the other team to wait till later this morning to play, so that everyone can have a rest, and then the ping will be correct, but we'll wait and see. And some lovely jeering from the other VG members as I realised that my mic was still on.
Just as we were discussing it earlier, we were discussing whether or not Karma would be a supporter and mid laner.
There she's a mid laner.
She's a mid laner in this comp, which is perfectly fine. She's not as strong as, say, Bercia, like a LeBlanc. However, she does still output a lot of damage and also outputs a lot of support for her team, which is a very nice pick.
Are we able to look at what keystones they took?
Depends if the right patch they're playing.
Because we would have been able to look on the loading screen, but we weren't able to look on the link by so fast.
That's everything.
So,
Yes. No, I can't actually say. Is that
maybe? No. Hover over that? No. So, unfortunately, we're not able to look at the keystones of the champions, which gives a varying degree as to how they will be building for the game. Say if Caitlyn were to take Fervor or take Warlord's Bloodlust, it would give us an idea of what sort of build she'll be going for.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
As it is Johnny.
So we're unsure of the discussion at the moment on whether or not the game will be delayed. It depends on whether or not the fix to the internet is immediate. However, it could be possibly be delayed to later.
For now, though, just enjoy the lovely banter of the teams. Just,
Might as well.
Typing at each other here is some interesting stuff. Slight trigger warning on it. There might be something offensive in there.
Overbotch. I actually haven't heard that one before. I'm going to have to save that one when I'm trash talking my friends.
Oh, lovely.
2 boxes each on Overbotch for skins.
And there's Johnny calling for the buy me Overwatch, as he constantly asks Tom to buy him Overwatch.
So Jesse, now since we've probably exhausted everything we can talk about in League of Legends.
Do we want to bring a guest in? Let's bring a guest.
Nah. What games are you playing at the moment? Is there any games which are taking your fancy?
Taking my fancy, XCOM 2.
XCOM 2, which is recently released. It's also about to be released to consoles as well.
Yes, it is.
Very soon. How are you finding the XCOM 2 storyline in comparison to XCOM Enemy Unknown?
It seems to be fairly... Oh, hold up. Play will resume. Never mind.
Play will resume. There we go. Right, so back into the game. You'll never know the answer to that. What does Jesse think of XCOM 2 in comparison to XCOM 1? That will remain
Sorry,
a mystery.
Jackson, who I know is watching the stream.
And that will remain a mystery for the end of times. Alright.
Oh, so here we have a
gank
gank from J4 on top onto Ado on the Yasuo.
Going to take the spin. Seems to get
they managed to draw his flash out.
That will be a 5-minute cooldown. But in early game, Yasuo is still fairly mobile without it. He does put down the ward just in case. And by the looks of it, J4 is deciding whether or not just to come around for the regank. But at the moment, he seems to be fine and will be just continue jungling. He's going over to the bot lane at the moment. Farming seems to be pretty even at the moment. Ken's doing his thing as he eats minions and spits them out.
Yep, using it aggressively rather than defensively in this early game while he has the chance. Whereas in the late game, he'll probably have to save it to extract his AD carry out of any tricky situations he gets himself into.
Yes, indeed. So mid lane seems to be going pretty fine at the moment, just some general poking between them. Karma's empowered Qs and whatnot seem to be dealing a decent amount of damage, but they are maintaining the same amount of HP roughly. Farming wise, ganks
here comes a gank from Mr. Forever, the Nunu. Vel'Koz will easily back away from that one.
Disengage and will be working on the corner as well. As I was saying about the farm, we have Karma versus Vel'Koz, and it's pretty much exactly even. What I am going to do though is that you can order them.
What's going on down in bot lane now?
Nunu can go there, and there we go. So now these are ordered for easy comparison.
Here we have an engage. There's the Ken's just engaged.
Immediately spits him back out. He is on his final...
On his fourth shot, which then crits for an extra 200... Is it 150 or 200 now?
I think it's 150%.
It's 150%, scaling off their missing health as well. There's the W, locking down the Caitlyn. But the Caitlyn is able to return the poke due to her long range and her abilities.
I will note that Alistar is running a little low on mana, though his spells do have a fairly low cost, which makes him such a good support in the current meta. However, having no mana is still going to be an issue if Caitlyn needs some heal. Going into the other lanes at the moment, mid lane seems to just be a little mini farm. Also, they're both tending to run a little low on mana. They're probably burning out some extra spells, despite both of them going Doran's Ring. Yes. Yes,
both starting the typical Doran's Ring risky build. J4 has been spotted coming in for a gank by Nunu, so Karma has pulled off offensively. Although it seems that Hakanova is getting the better of Xander Aslan in the poke war in mid lane, as Karma seems to be coming away on more health. We've seen the first back from Timo and his Malphite in top lane.
And he's just
coming back with a Ruby
Crystal and some boots and a Vision Ward as well. Vision Wards are pretty important in case you're coming from a different MOBA. Vision Wards are permanent. They have extra HP as well. And they give true sight. So if there's any wards in the general area, they'll reveal them. This is very different in comparison to, say, Dota 2, where Sentry Wards don't give vision, and they only last for about 5 minutes or so. It's interesting because you can actually strategically set them up. Say a very common spot is here, that gives vision of the entire area. Or another common location you can set it up is in here, which gives you a good idea if someone's coming in to gank you. So other than that, one of the interesting things about the Yasuo versus Malphite is that they both have their own mini shields. As a lot of people would be aware, he does have his, for the life of me,
Way of the Wanderer passive, where by walking he will slowly gain a shield.
Malphite also passively gains a granite shield after not taking damage.
There's the Yasuo ult, and in comes the J4 prepared for the engage, and that's the first blood of the game.
But that will be the first blood spilled. Now, Yasuo did do his best. He was unaware
of the J4 in the first push. He came up with a minion wave.
Yeah, because he didn't have any vision, and none of his team has any vision on the left side. But as a general, people will gank through the river. However, since the wave was pushed up, he chose to gank through here, and then engaged after Yasuo 40 at a moment. Just dropping down to bot lane temporarily. Pushed up a little. no real engage, though Vel'Koz does appear
to be rotating down for the game, as J4 is following up as well.
Yeah, so there's probably a 4-man gank, possibly. However, their spider senses tend to be going off and feel a little uncomfortable, so they will be returning to base, and so will be Vel'Koz.
We have Mr. Forever looking to even the play in top lane, maybe? No, he's backed out. Never mind.
It's okay, so Yasuo has gone back and got the Phage at the moment. So interesting choice, because a lot of Yasuos at the moment tend to be rushing either Static Shiv or Phantom Dancer.
Although you
can very affordable attack speed and crits as
yes,
well.
Whereas once you have a Phantom Dancer and Infinity Edge, you have 100% crit chance on Yasuo.
Yeah. And even though you have a less amount of crit chance, when you're critting 100%, it's kind of negligible in its own sense. You can see that Caitlyn has already gone back and have got a BF sword, which is a sizable amount of plus 40 damage. But at the same time, Jhin has already gone back and got a serrated Dirk, which is only 20 attack damage, but also it has armor penetration and
a bonus damage from using an ability.
But it doesn't quite match up to the raw power of the BF sword. It is very hinged.
And there's the Caitlyn ult for some flat damage on that Jhin.
Yeah. Fortunately, Tahm Kench wasn't quite there in time
to block it.
At top lane, we have another creep forward. Now, Yasuo shouldn't be aware of this at all.
And we will see if he will be coming forward into it again. Oh, J4's already played his hand, and Yasuo's disengaged.
Disengaged for a very well-timed Q. He held it on because he was probably going to clear the wave, and then unfortunately he saw the J4 come in. In bot lane, nothing else seems to be happening. They are starting to get a little low. At the moment,
the fog of war because when I got it on blue.
Yes, okay, that's good. That was picked up. Engage is about to come on. We've got the quick. Malphite has teleported to the back,
and there's
first kill.
And here we have the
core. First flash, second shot, third shot, and she successful. The fourth one's taken, and then comes the flash with life form disintegration beam, which makes that a 2-for-1, I believe. Might be considering to rotate to take
2 for none.
2 for none? Sorry, no. Yes, 2 for none.
2 for none. Big DC showing that they've really turned their game around since dropping to losers bracket. As they said, they decided they've come off tilt, they've rethought their team comp, and now they appear to be closing in on the mid lane. There's the Tahm Kench ult.
He did get the early ignite, he's probably going to die, but he did get the slow from that. Flashes over the wall and he will escape.
And will be remained to see.
Looks like we'll actually escape from Jhin, unfortunately. We did have the Cataclysm running up top, but mainly it seems to have been a disengage, which returns the tally for a 2-for-1 fight. I'm not sure why the Tahm Kench considered going in to the middle of the team was such a good option considering how low he was. I mean, he does have his bubble of health.
Yes.
We just didn't have a kill up here.
But it'll be a trade as Tahm will go down, and now Yasuo appears to be caught out, stuck in the wrong side of the jungle.
However, due to Vel'Koz hitting the Raptor with his Q, he might actually get out. He doesn't have enough Q stacks, and he should be able to use it to disengage.
And there's the eat from Tahm,
there's a quick flash.
And this will be the end of Yasuo here. And that's a healthy 2 kills and 2 assists to the AD carry for Big DC. So even though he's behind in farm to get him to the Ferris as AD carry, he's still even on the gold count.
Just got some clearing wards. So now that the action has kind of died down, we can go back to talking about the builds. So we seem to have the Malphite sitting on a Barming Cinder, which will often build into...
And there's the first objective of the game conceded there. From the bot lane taking that tower. And you'll notice that since the latest patch, there's now a bonus gold for the first tower destroyed to the team, so they get an extra 400 gold for that tower.
Is that spread across all the team globally, or is it only for the ones close? Because I believe
it's only for the ones close to the tower. So therefore the bot lane just got an extra 400 gold, which makes a big difference.
Which is a significant difference, yes indeed. 400 gold can easily, that's a dagger.
Well, off the top of my head. If we look, we'll notice that Schmucks used it to get the Berserker's Greaves, which on Caitlyn is a very strong pick lately, as you'll be able to get off your headshots if someone goes in your trap a lot faster when you have a higher attack speed.
I see that Jin has got their